The realisticness of motherhood is not aesthetically pleasing. So I'm supposed to be getting ready for church. I'm tired. I had my first early morning since like forever. 7:30 in the morning. We have to leave in like 15 minutes. All I really would have time for today is my hair. I'm not even gonna worry about makeup. My skin is a little worked up, but again, it's okay. I'm not striving for perfection. I gave myself a good facial yesterday, so whatever. Anyways, hi guys, welcome to a new video. I know I've been MIA, and throughout this video I'm going to be talking about why I've been MIA, but I'm also going to be talking to you guys about reimagining. I'm going to be talking to you guys about motherhood reimagined. That's just the topic of this video. I don't know if it's going to be like a series, but y'all, the mindset that I'm going into 2021 with. Because if you are an entrepreneur mom, or you're just a stay-at-home mom and you're tired of like feeling stuck, me too, boo, me too. The ending of 2020 was really hard on me. A lot of family stuff, marriage stuff, and God has really put it in my heart to be very authentic and very real, because I feel like a lot of people tend to stop doing what they're wanting to do because it doesn't look like the next person. But in reality, there's a lot more normal middle-class people that don't have anyone to relate with, and I am here for that. I am here to be the relatable Christian mom that truly trusts in the Lord for a lot of different things, new things, old things, reimagining things. It's truly about getting your mindset away from what culture says motherhood and wifehood is, what culture said womanhood is, and really getting to the place of understanding what God says to be, right? Because, sorry, that's my husband. He's playing with the baby downstairs. Because we get so caught up with the world, right? But the unchangingness of God is what we seek, right? God is never changing. God is unwavering. And the world is what shifts. The reason why we are such filled with anxiety, filled with depression, because all those things are real. I've been feeling them a lot lately, and I've been really rebuking them right back to where they belong, hell. And I am just so encouraged by being and having the mentality of simply making God proud. 2020 is about taking all the lessons of 2021 is about taking all the lessons of 2020 and reimagining where you're headed. For so long, I'm sure I'm not the only one that was like living off autopilot, living off just getting to the next thing, and I'm tired of being consumed by the world. I want to be consumed by what means the most, which is God and my family. And the only reason why most people, including myself, I've fallen under this trap that I feel like I need more out of my marriage, I need more out of motherhood, is because I'm always looking on social media and being confused by the illusion that social media brings. So girl, 2021, we're changing all those mindsets. 2021, we're finding that happiness for ourselves, within our family, within our marriage, within all the things, all the things. Let me get ready before my husband comes up here and tells me that we're running late, which we are, but you guys, You like Malia's artwork? She needs things to play with when she's in my office, and that's one of her things. But I need to start using that notebook or that journal, so not for long. What's up, guys? I had a different vision for this video, but it's 9:30. I wanted to get this video up for you guys. I plan on being very authentic and straightforward with you guys this year in 2021. Literally, like, God has been putting that in my heart to just be real and show everything that I tend to try to make aesthetically pleasing. We live in this world right now where everything needs to be like white and pristine, and I have like a little light on because this room gets dark, but in general, like, I feel like we live in this limiting belief thought where we need to aesthetically please the thoughts or what's social media is showing us. And the reality of it is that we are not there. Like, the majority of us aren't there, right? That's one. Two, the realisticness of motherhood is not aesthetically pleasing. Right now, I'm dealing with my soon-to-be 2-year-old. My daughter, she's 21 months very soon, and it's been hard. I've been like not sleeping as much, but I've learned and I've been working through knowing that God gets me through hard things. So this is hard. This is what I'm showing you guys right now. Just a little bit ago, I was like super anxious, filled with anxiety, and I'm not a person that suffers anxiety. You guys probably will never see a video, Lord willing, of me expressing that I am depressive or filled with anxiety. But ever since, I want to say it's ever since, one, I became a mom, and two, my grandmother's passing this year, I have experienced sadness to a place where I've never had it before. And I've experienced anxiety at a level of like, I've never experienced it before. And it has nothing to do with the pandemic. I am not affected by the pandemic. I don't like consume social media. I mean, consume news media like that. Like, that's not my calling. So I've been trying to figure out where these anxiety things come from. And one of my girlfriends had brought it up recently, and she was like, you know, sometimes God allows you to feel things so that you can express and empathize with people that are there. And I can truly see that for myself right now in this season, because again, I don't feel like I'm someone and or I am a high functioning person in general with any type of underlying situation. And I empathize with anyone suffering with depression and anxiety, especially in motherhood. And I don't want to babble on a lot, but I really want this channel to be a place where moms get strength, where women of God get strength to be empowered in His name, right? Because we aren't strong enough to do things on our own. But if we live according to His will, we are strong enough to do hard things because He fills those gaps. I'm reminded right now of Luke. I just finished Luke in December, and I'm reminded of when Jesus told the disciples to just go. He said, go, don't take clothes, don't take food, don't take anything. The people in those villages will supply you. And that is so evident for mothers. Like, we are not equipped. We were never equipped anywhere. We don't get the teachings to be a mother until we become mothers, no matter what. So this is a place where God tells us to go, and He's going to fill the gaps. And I really want moms to have that mindset. Because if we have that mindset and we know we need to seek God to fill those places, we will no longer be defeated by the enemy, and or we will stand back up quicker because we know the fight we're fighting. Reimagining and reinventing 2021, right? Making sure that we are able to stop living based off those mental places that we once were, that no longer suit us. We were equipped to do these hard things, and I want us to be able to identify those hardships, those pain points, so that we are able to just battle it all out, be able to conquer things. And some things are meant to be hard. They're not meant to be easy. We're not meant to have an easy life as Christian women, moms. It's not to be glorified. Social media glorifies motherhood and or makes it so hard where you think you need a glass of wine to get through the day. But in reality, you don't. It's not glorifying. Toddler stages, that's another video that I'm gonna do. Y'all, ain't nobody talked, I've never heard, maybe I've never researched it, but I've never heard about someone talking about toddler stages. Toddler stages are, that's harder than infant stages, right? Because in infant stages, all you're doing is keeping them alive, right? Like, and they don't do anything. But toddler stages, you're keeping them alive while they're wanting to run in the middle of the road, and then throw a tantrum at the same time while you're trying to save their life. Like, that's every day. And I am easily triggered. So those are the things I'm going to share with you guys. I am easily triggered because I was not raised in a patient way. And my mom tries to say it. I don't know if she's going to watch this video, but my mom tries to say it. But my mom lacks patience now. So I can only imagine that when she had 4 kids under the age of 21, her patience was not as high. Okay? And I know that I get some of my habits that I don't like to be triggered from my upbringing. And that's things that I want to talk to you guys about. Dealing with my triggers. How do I walk through them? How do I remind myself I'm trying to raise her differently. I'm trying to raise her with compassion. I'm trying to raise her as a human. Because another thing that I really want people to leave my channel with is your child is a human. Your child needs discipline, but there's a lot of things that we do that disrespect our children, and they're not godly. And I find myself doing them where we dismiss their feelings, or we might say something that, things that you wouldn't say to someone in public. I've deduced my behavior to, will I say this to a random person? Because I have a respect factor, right? When you go places, you respect people and you talk to them in a certain way, but you will sit there and tell your child, you're so annoying, get out of my face. Like, I mean, I've never said that, but I'm just saying, like, that's just one example that just came to my mind right now, where I think about respect, like, respect your children. Like, so that's a whole different tangent. But listen, I don't know where this video is going. I'm sorry. But overall, reimagining 2021, identifying pain points for me, like my body. I want to truly identify what runs me, right? I will put the sermon down below from my pastor from back home, and that sermon was so good because it really, like, got me thinking, and every single time I'm walking through something, I am trying to think about it, right? So you're either run by your mind, which is your feelings, you're either run by your body, or you're run by your soul. He does a much better explanation of it, but I really want to live life running out of my soul. So, like, pain points where I felt uncomfortable was like taking pictures, or during like intimate time with my husband, or just like feeling confident in motherhood. Like, all those things, I know that I got to work on my body, right? And I I want to not let my body run me anymore, right? I don't want my feelings to run me anymore, because although your feelings are real, you also have a mission to do, which is raise your children, be a good wife. If you're an entrepreneur, be that entrepreneur. And there's just so many things that like I was allowing myself to be run by, and no longer will I be there. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I've been anxious, is because I am operating differently, and I'm more mindful and conscious of those moments where I'm like, okay, these are my feelings, they are real. I literally talk to myself in my head, like I'm like, these are my feelings, they are real, but I'm not going to make a decision based off my feelings. I'm going to make a decision based off what's right. And I'm not perfect. My husband and I still argue. I still yell. I still eat the junk food. But I'm more mindful, and I'm going to really implement things in 2021 in my journey. And I'm going to fully encourage you guys as mothers, as stay-at-home moms, military spouses. Like, I just have this whole vision of a community of women that just need to understand their power to find their pockets of peace, because I've found that for me, and it's so liberating. Truthfully, a lot of the notes that I wanted to talk about kind of went in everything that I just said, so I'm happy about that. It's a little more authentic. But I'm going to leave you guys with this. Start whatever it is. If you want to start gentle parenting, if you want to change your body, if you want to feel more confident, if you want to grow closer to God, if you want to understand what you're supposed to be doing with your children, all those things, start now. Stop allowing the enemy to tell you you have time, because I've learned this year that time ends in an instant. And last year, not this year. I've learned that. Pandemic should have taught you that too. And truthfully, we are meant to take charge. We are a character in God's story, and we have to show up that way. Show up and be empowering to other people in your imperfect way. Because when you show your imperfect life, you are able to show the perfectness of God. And that's it. You are not meant to be perfect. You're not meant to have all the answers. You're meant to just show up and do your part in learning and growing and being better each and every day, but do not be consumed by it. That it takes you to a place where you need to be perfection, because perfection just drives you away from some goodness too. And again, bringing back Luke, God will provide. God will provide all the things that you need to fill those gaps. You are not meant to have every answer. You're not meant to have it perfect. You're just meant to show the loving kindness in the best way that you can, and being able to heal your inner child, innerness that just has been affected by society and the way things run. Being mindful of where things come from, then you'll be able to place them where they belong. I'm going to leave you with this analogy. I was walking Maria, and I remembered someone talking about a palm tree and the strength of a palm tree, right? And God like whispered, like, motherhoods are like palm trees, right? Motherhood is like a palm tree, and like a palm tree is stand firm. Like when you see a palm tree in the middle of a tropical storm, in the middle of a hurricane, 9 times out of 10, that palm tree is planted still at the end of the storm. And that's because it's deeply rooted. So when you're deeply rooted, no matter what comes your way, you're going to be able to stand up strong at the end of the storm. You may bend, you may waver, you may lose a leaf, you may lose 2, you may feel whimpered, but God will lift you back up. So stop folding and just make sure that you are showing up for yourself just like you're called to right now. Show up. It's important. It's important. And I'm just so excited for what 2021 is holding. I'm going to be updating you guys on some medical things that I'm working through right now, but I don't know. Wednesday's video is going to be talking about that. But yeah, I'm sorry for my delay. I'm sorry that I've been gone. I'm grateful for you guys to be here. And I'm just so excited to share God's goodness and just all of the lessons and to help you get to the place you are called to be. Because not only is this a channel where I share myself, but I want to empower you. I want you to leave my channel with a purpose to seek more, to do more, to just feel at peace with how you're living right now. Don't look for perfection. Don't look to have every answer. Just do what you can right now. Through the anxiety, through the depression, get up. Through the frustration, get up. You can do it.